Soldiers are singing and dancing rap and playing basketball in the desert. Unexpectedly, I stepped on a mute thunder at this moment. On the spot, he was blown to ashes. My teammates rushed forward immediately upon seeing this, want to support. Surprisingly, he also luckily stepped on a teammate, who was watching his legs blown off. Mike wanted to sacrifice himself, jump over with one leg to help him stop the bleeding. But teammates, in order not to drag Mike down, be foolish for him. Without hesitation, he pulled out his pistol and pulled the trigger. The sacrifice of his teammates made Mike feel unprecedented despair. He is a good brother who goes through life and death on the battlefield. How could you possibly accuse him of dragging your back in a critical moment? However, the deceased has passed away. The living must be strong. He decided to live a good life, with the honor of his comrade in arms. Immediately after, he began to carefully adjust his posture. Slowly retreat your right leg backwards. Slowly lower oneself, half kneeling on the ground. Then quickly unfasten the shoelaces. Extract it from the air hole of the shoe. Tie to a military axe. Then pick up the sniper gun next to you. Remove the gun strap from above. Tie it on the shoelace, etc. Finish all of this. He stood up cautiously. Prepare to hook up the radio next to your teammates with an axe. But who knows, when I just put in an effort, it made him lose his balance. But fortunately, Mike timely supported the ground with his hands. That's how we survived without any danger. Next, he quickly adjusted his breathing, slowly dragging the rope. Hook the backpack equipped with a radio to your side. But when he opens his backpack, when removing the radio inside, but it was discovered that the battery had already been depleted. But fortunately, he found a power bank in his backpack. Then he quickly plugged in the data cable to transmit the power supply. Start calling headquarters for support. Just connected the phone. But the headquarters says, sandstorms can occur at any time in the desert. Rescue helicopters are unable to provide support for a while. If we send a rescue vehicle, it will take 52 hours to reach him. But before Mike can despair, the power bank is also out of power. This caused him to lose contact with headquarters. All he can do now is adjust his watch to count down. Then take out the remaining dry food to replenish your energy. Waiting for rescue. I didn't expect that. Just then, a strong wind suddenly blew in. Mike turned his head in fear. Unexpectedly, he saw a sandstorm covering the sky and the sun coming towards him. Such a shocking scene. It took him a while to watch before he regained his composure. Next, he hurriedly took out his face scarf from his bag. Put it on your head. Prevent sand from entering the mouth and nose, causing suffocation. Then stuff everything around you into your backpack. Increase body weight. Finish all of this. He picked up his sniper gun again. Put a holster on the barrel of the gun. Stick it into the sand as a support. Then he took out his dagger and inserted it into the sand. Prepare for hard resistance to sandstorms. But even if Mike made sufficient preparations, the sandstorm that covered the sky and the sun almost overturned him to the ground. He had to do his best. Insert the knife fiercely into the sand again to maintain balance, because compared to the raging sand, he seems more afraid of the landmines under his feet. I don't know how long it took. The sandstorm gradually weakened. The sky covered by sand and mist has also regained its previous brightness. After confirming that the storm has completely disappeared, Mike quickly took off his face scarf, taking a deep breath of fresh air. But he found out that his teammate's body had been blown to his side at some point. Beyond sadness, he suddenly thought of how many batteries his teammates had left for him to use. Then he quickly dragged his teammates over, then removed the battery from his chest. Prepare to contact headquarters again. I didn't expect the radio that was still around just now. At this moment, he was lying quietly in the sand a few meters away. This kind of joke is important for his current situation. Undoubtedly the deadliest blow. However, what is even more deadly is, there is currently very little water left. Want to hold on to the rescue team. Feeling like an impossible task at all. After a long time, Mike was severely dehydrated in the scorching sun of over 50 degrees Celsius. He can only rely on a small amount of urine to replenish his hydration. At this point, 38 hours until the rescue convoy arrives here. Meanwhile, night is also coming soon. The extreme weather forced him to raise a flame, maintain body temperature, but he never thought of it. It is this faint flame that will bring him the ultimate disaster. It's late at night. From time to time, the roar of wild wolves began to come from around him. Slightly not paying attention, the bodies of my teammates have already disappeared into the darkness, and the wolf pack was silently approaching him at this moment. At a critical moment, Mike quickly pulled out the pistol. Shoot multiple shots into the surrounding area. The wolf pack is frightened, accidentally stepping on a mine. That's how the crisis is resolved. Nevertheless, Mike still doesn't dare to relax his guard. Always maintain combat status. Prevent wolf packs from attacking again. But the nights in the desert are too long. I managed to endure until the day. His spirit also began to gradually drift away. Just then, a scorpion stuck him up. He just regained his composure. Take out a small knife and slowly lift the scorpion up. But look at the venomous needle on the scorpion's buttocks. He hesitated for a long time, still didn't dare put it in my mouth. So I had to take out the remaining urine from yesterday and flush it again, although it's difficult to swallow. But fortunately, it can slightly replenish his body. Meanwhile, long-term stagnation. His left foot also began to appear dark purple, but compared to physical pain, the inner torment made him feel even more devastated. Severe dehydration combined with severe toxicity in scorpions, starting to make him hallucinate from time to time. Sometimes even dead teammates can be seen resurrecting in place, walked to his side. This illusion persists until night. Didn't even make him wake up. However, just then, a wild wolf suddenly attacked him. The intense pain made him subconsciously pull out his pistol in response. But the cunning wolf never gave him a chance to breathe, rushing forward one after another, bite Mike to death, bound to transform him into today's dinner. At the critical moment of life and death, Mike has completely fallen into a frenzy. Faced with fierce attacks from wolf packs, Mike wouldn't let them hang out with him at all. Until early morning, Mike just woke up from his madness. Here, there are still 7 hours left until the rescue team arrives. But before he can be happy, suddenly, a bullet hit him, and it brought him back to reality. Mike saw it, quickly set up a sniper gun to counterattack. But after he targets the enemy in the distance, unexpectedly, I haven't been able to deduct it for a long time, lower the trigger. Instead, he dropped the sniper gun in his hand, pulled out a small pistol, quickly shooting non-stop at the surrounding sand, until the mines buried underground were blown up. He quickly picked up the sniper gun, used the sand and dust blown up by the impact force as a smoke grenade, obstruct the enemy's attack, and he took advantage of this opportunity, kill the enemy one by one. Meanwhile, the gunfire also caught the attention of the surrounding rescue teams. But Mike is also very clear, want the rescue team to locate him in the endless desert. It's as difficult as heaven. However, at this moment, his strong desire for survival made him subconsciously take his left foot out of the minefield. Wait until Mike regains his composure. That's what surprised me. Unexpectedly, the mine did not explode. He collapsed to the ground, watching the sand that has been there for over 50 hours. I thought it was my luck, encountered a mute thunder. But wait for him to carefully dig up the sand next to him. Take it out and take a look. Only then did I realize that I had been trapped for so long. It's actually an iron box. He reluctantly unscrewed the jar, took out a toy soldier from inside, and then lay on the ground with a bitter smile. Seems to be thinking something. After a while, he just picked up the signal flare on the ground, pulled out the red smoke, and the rescue team also saw the smoke. Timely rescued the soldier who had been trapped in the iron box for over 50 hours.